Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. Welcome back to Steelers Almighty. This is the All-22 episode of Steelers Almighty of the Steelers' victory over the New England Patriots, 21-14. We're breaking down the offensive line play. Look, this one, it was weird because it started out good. The Steelers' offensive line was cooking. And then after we got ahead, the offensive line took a nosedive for the better part of the game till about 7 minutes left in the game, and then they got it going again. So it was basically 3 good drives by this offensive line of what they put together. But that's what's so frustrating, because when they were good, they were really good, ladies and gentlemen. But when they were bad, Lord have mercy, were they bad. So we're going to break all that down for you. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, continue to get in the comments section, and always hit that notification bell so you know exactly when Steelers Almighty content comes out. So without further ado, let's get into this thing and see what it is that this offensive line did. So come out here. Skoranek comes in motion a little bit. Start out, this is a real good gain from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's start from the right side here. Bring the motion back in. It goes across. They shift, and we run left. I like that concept of what Arthur Smith does. Bring the motion across, get the defense shifting, and then run back the opposite way. So we'll start from the right. Troy Fautanu. See, Troy cuts his guy off. I like it. Look at that first step. You'd like to see him gain a little bit more ground with that first step, because he basically just picks it up and puts it down right here. So you'd like to see him, gain a little ground with it, but that's okay. He gets help from McCormick, which McCormick has been notorious for not giving any help on anything. And even this, though it's outside zone, he gives a little help to help his fellow man, which is exactly what you got to do there. You got a 1 shade, give him a little help. Actually, he's a 3, so the play's just going away. Boom, right there. Now, I love the double team. Look, I've been all over double teams the last couple of weeks with the Pittsburgh Steelers, not staying on this and reading to the linebacker. Get movement here. The linebacker will come to you. I promise. And as you run it, yes, sir. Now, you look at this, and this one actually is no gain, but here's the reason why. Look at my man Broderick Jones. Because you get a good double team there. Look at that. That's solid. Solid double team. But look at Broderick. He comes out. He's not aggressive. I mean, this is a run play. And it almost kind of looks like Broderick is like, okay, it's a pass set. He doesn't attack the guy. He goes outside. And teams, if you guys haven't noticed, the first 2 weeks of the season, teams have just said, hey, we can beat Broderick Jones inside. Even if we're supposed to be outside contained, we can beat him inside. And that's exactly what happens here. They look at film just like we do. And he comes inside. And then they see the perfect block right here. Well, it gets ruined because Broderick, look, he's reaching, doesn't redirect, doesn't get his hands on the guy, and he runs into Fautanu and Siamalu. And then that guy makes the play. It's just, come on, Broderick. This is the first play from scrimmage, ladies and gentlemen, just so we're on the same page. This is not like deep into the football game. Somebody in comments section was mad because I said Fautanu and Troy struggled, or Fautanu and Broderick struggled, that Broderick didn't mess up at all. I'm like, this is the first snap of the game. The first snap of the game. I'm like, did you watch the game? And maybe they didn't. I don't know. But that's not going to get it done. That's just not going to get it done, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you can get everybody else doing everything right because they do. Look at McCormick. Look at McCormick get up and get on the linebacker here. He gets on the linebacker. But Darnell Washington, backside. Faitanu cuts off his guy. I mean, this is a good play, and I'm going to take my chances here, even if Siamalu can't get there. If Broderick blocks here and doesn't run into these guys, you got Frazier here, and even if Siamalu can't get this guy, I'm going to take my chances, Jaylen Warren, one-on-one here. I'm going to take my chances. But it doesn't even get to that. It doesn't even get to that, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Broderick. This is the stuff that we're talking about. There's no reason that somebody should beat you inside like that on a run play if you just come out aggressive. Part of his problem, he's so passive. And to me, that's coaching. A lot of people, and myself included, I've been trying to give Pat Meyer the benefit of the doubt and say it's not all coaching. At the same time, when certain things are coaching, we got to call it out. Getting your guys to be aggressive, that's got to be coaching, man. Lord, this is bad. It's just bad. Let's go to the next play. Okay. Next up. 1st and 10, New England 34. Now, this is a 9-yard gain. We got Freiermuth split out. Little communication. Broderick talking. Get a little motion here. Motion doesn't come all the way in. And there's Jonnu Smith. Now you see Broderick get outside. And this Broderick can do. And his footwork was pretty good. His footwork is pretty good. He gets it and turns that shoulder, opens up, and runs. Good for him. Now, the thing is, he doesn't do anything when he gets out there, but he gets out there. So they're running. Jonnu Smith, he's attached. Pat Freiermuth, attached. You get here. Frazier. Faitanu gets through. Backside McCormick. Siamalu. Yes, Indy. And look at all of this, ladies and gentlemen. You'd like to see Jaylen Warren cut right now. And let's go back. Siamalu. His guy inside, he stays. Because here's the thing. Siamalu's got a 3 technique. And that guy is not slanting. He just beats. He reaches him. Like, he's not slanting. He just reaches him, and the guy's first step is inside. He doesn't get beat on the play. He stays with it. Zach Frazier takes a great path to his linebacker. See that narrow path right off the butt of the defensive tackle? He's in a great path. Now, McCormick chops down here. I'd like to see McCormick stay on his feet. I mean, he gets the guy to the ground. I mean, basically leg whips him. But I'd like to see him stay on his feet here and just run through the guy. But he does get him on the ground, and you'll take it. Faitanu's coming up. There's the pitch. Look, now, you see right now, Jaylen Warren has the ball right now. I'd like to see him right this very second turn up. I mention this all the time. Running backs got to help your line. There's the hole. Go right now. And he can go right now. Some people last week said, oh, you said Jaylen had to cut and he barely had the ball. He only took 3 steps. Well, it only takes 1 step for you to cut as an NFL running back. It doesn't take, you don't have to gather yourself and then cut. An NFL running back, as soon as they see the hole, they should take 1 step and go. That's it. That's why they say 1 step and go. He should be cutting right now. Right now. But he does. Look at guys staying on blocks here. See, this is what I'm talking about Broderick. I think Broderick, when he's right here, he's going, and he's not going to be able to get all the way outside. He's not going to be able to get all the way outside. So since he can't get all the way out there, I think his path needs to come slow down and go inside. Or, hey, attack the inside shoulder here and then keep going. Because as you see the play going, he's trying to run outside. And there's this guy. He sees him, but he's in the back. There's no reason to be in the back of Jonnu Smith because this guy folds in here. Is Broderick going to be able to stop? Now, Broderick Jones is not like a running back. But he doesn't fold immediately. But then he does. But he doesn't make the play. This is good. This is a good football play. And I'm not faulting Broderick here. I just want to see him take a different path because he's not blocking anybody here. But I mean, look, it's choose your poison, you know. You can't blame him for everything, and we're not going to do that either. So it's fine. I like this play here. And again, this is Steelers started off pretty daggone good. Next, we got 2nd and 1. This is the very next play. Okay? New England 25-yard line, 11 yards by Jaylen Warren. Let's get it going. We'll start from the right side. Jonnu Smith is in here. Looks like we may have been running left. Rodgers sees something. Calls out the mic. Then we go right. But he just calls out the mic. Kind of gives the information where he needs to give the information. Pointing out what to run. Either what to run or who to block. Snap it. Jonnu Smith. I like Faitanu's step. I don't know. He steps with the right foot. Just doesn't gain a little bit of ground. It just comes back. See that? He kind of takes a step back instead of stepping right. But either way, he gets out. Now, I don't like Faitanu's hand plays. And like I said, Faitanu struggled in this football game. You see his hand placement, and that's where my problem is. Look at his hands. He's coming off. Instead of shooting inside, instead of shooting here inside, even if it's one hand, but shoot inside, you see where his hands end up going up on his shoulder pads. And then the defender gets into him. You're not blocking people, putting your hands on their shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. That's just, and Faitanu knows better. That's my whole worry. I feel like he's picking up bad habits with this damn offensive line coach because I see this too often. You can't block people putting your hands on somebody's shoulder in a run game because look what happens to him. He gets driven back. He doesn't have leverage. I mean, that's the problem. So he gets driven back. Jonnu Smith is out there. Now, Jonnu, look, this is about as best as we're going to get from Jonnu Smith. He's on a guy. He blocks him. If you want to say that. If they run outside, Jonnu Smith's getting called for holding, but because we cut inside, he doesn't. Good path, because, again, this is an outside zone right here. So the path is literally here, but he cuts it back because he sees Faitanu. He's like, okay, I got to cut it back. But look what we get here. Look at this. We get the double team up to this guy. And, again, this is early in the game. Look, they stay on it. They stay on it. They stay on it. Yeah. I say it every week. Let the linebacker come to you, but do not come off the double team until he commits. And he does. It's a good job by them. Now, he's got to cut back, obviously, and he's got to cut back. But he does cut back. Now, you see somebody standing right there. See, Malu, he reaches his one technique here. Again, that's great footwork. Siamalu had a better game in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Much better game in this game. But you see his footwork. He gains ground. You see that? He gains ground with that foot. He's trying to reach somebody. He steps with the right foot. He gains ground. Versus Troy, who picks his foot up and doesn't gain any ground. And that's the difference. He takes a step back versus a step set. Look at Siamalu. Go back to Siamalu's foot. Now, granted, Troy is trying to reach a wide 5, basically damn near a 7, but a 6 technique. And this is a 1. But either way, you still got to gain ground because you got to get out there. He doesn't. And he pays the price. Siamalu does gain the ground. He reaches his guy. Now, my main man Broderick on this one, his footwork is good. He gains ground. You see it? There it is. Gains ground. It's not a ton, but it's enough. It's enough. And then he's got to run. And then his path right here. Now, Broderick is going to get there, and he ends up not. But look at Broderick's feet as we run this a little bit. Right there. I think Broderick gets this guy. Now, granted, I don't like him reaching back because there's no reason for him to be reaching back here. There's no reason for him to be reaching back. That guy is outside. Let Freiermuth just block him. Your job is here. Just run. And he doesn't run enough. See right here, he kind of goes upfield, but you see that clip? And then it slows him down. If he doesn't clip him, Broderick gets him. So he'll get a negative in the meeting room from his offensive line coach, Pat Meyer. We're not going to crush him here because I think Broderick gets there. The only thing that I don't like is how he puts his hand on the backside. Hey, man, that's not your responsibility. You got a linebacker right here. This is your guy. You know the play is going away. You know he's going to be fast flowing because this is immediate action away. Don't worry about him. If he comes through the backside, so be it. That's not your responsibility. This is an outside zone. You got to go track him down. And it's not that you got to cut him off. All you got to do is get over here and push him by. Be attached. And as you let it play, you see him reach. Then when he reaches, then he trips. And then he's not there, and then the linebacker beats him. Now, this is Jaylen Warren right here because that's a crazy cut. But you see on the backside, Pat Freiermuth. And this is why. And he gets help from Broderick. But don't worry about that. Get that. That linebacker is more important than that backside. Because just imagine if Broderick is able to push this guy by. Because he comes up into the hole. If he pushes him by, I mean, it's clear sailing. But that's Jaylen Warren, ladies and gentlemen. I say it all the time. You got to help your lineman. Well, he helps him here. It's a crazy jump cut. Crazy jump cut. Again, the line doing some work early in this football game. All right, next play. Okay. See, I think on this one, Jaylen Warren, we just talked about him helping the O-line, but on this one, he doesn't. It's 1st and 10, New England 14. We're in the red zone. Steelers, 12 personnel. 1 back, 2 tight end. Let's start from the left. And I like the influence. Is that Freiermuth comes out and he runs left and they go with him. Like the DN thinks that this is crazy influence right here. Freiermuth stands up and then runs left. The DN runs with him because he thinks the play is going that way. I like it. I like it. And you see Broderick gives a hand like, is he going to come inside? Nope, he doesn't. And this is an inside zone here. Then you see Jonnu Smith coming backside. And he comes all the way across. And I think Jaylen Warren has an opportunity to run behind him. But here's the thing. I played it right there. Jaylen Warren's got he's got to run to daylight. Now, I understand the play is designed to go in here. But as a running back, you got to run to daylight, people. And Jaylen Warren gets the football right here. He's got to see this right now and be going. Oh, daylight's going to be left. Let's go. Let's go. And then he starts to go. You see it? He starts to go. He looks. He starts to go. And again, I know that the play design is in here. I'm running here, ladies and gentlemen. I think most running. He's got to run. He just misses this one. It happens. It happens. He's got to run to daylight. But let's go back and let's see what the line does. Troy outside. That's good. His guy's not making the play. Landry was a menace in this game. He gave Faetanu fits, but not on this play. I know he folds back inside, but he misses it. Now, McCormick here. McCormick starts off, but it's the hand placement. See how his hand shoots down low underneath? This down here, you got to shoot to the man's chest. And I know he's coming from a stance. I understand. And he gets inside, but he doesn't move his feet. He tries to wall block. Wall blocking doesn't work against good defender, and it doesn't work here. It doesn't work here because look at the defender. The defender is controlling him. Try to wall block in the NFL against good defensive tackles, that doesn't work. And here, he's super high. He's in fairly good position. He's just his hand placement isn't good. But then he stands up, and that's what you do when you wall block. Okay, well, I'll just stand up and wall him off. Well, then he gets controlled. And we rip through. This is not a good rep by McCormick. Now, he succeeds in walling the guy off, but you can just block him. It's one-on-one with you. The initial contact is fine. His head placement's on the right side, but look at his hand. Contact is being made, and this is his hand. That doesn't get it done. So when you're late with your hands, that's a problem. Let's go back to the double team over here. Frazier stays on it as long as he can. Him and Siamalu. Again, stay on it. Stay on it. Look at Siamalu. Look at Siamalu. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And again, Jaylen Warren, help your lineman. Look at Broderick. Look at Broderick. If he stays on this path, I like my chances again with Jaylen Warren one-on-one with the free safety. Maybe he makes a miss and it's a touchdown. I don't know. But look at Broderick. That's exactly what we want, Broderick. It's exactly what we want. Yes. Yes. Which is why I'm so hard on Broderick Jones. Because when you see him do it right, he is very good. It's just the consistency. Take on the middle linebacker. Yes. And then Faetanu quits on the play. It's like he gets knocked out. I don't know what's going on there. But look at Zach Frazier. Zach Frazier ends up coming off. Let me go get something here. I'll help you, Calvin Austin. This is why Zach Frazier is a menace. He is just a menace. Oh, let me help my little guy here. Let me help him. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. Play. The whistle's not dead. Get up out of here. I'm blocking to the whistle. You see, McCormick's guy folds all the way around. That's what I'm talking about. But block into the whistle. Block until the whistle. Let's go to the next play. So this is 2nd and 6, Pittsburgh 35. I want to say that our main man, Jaylen Warren, Zach Frazier misses the assignment here. So he's got a shade. They're in motion. Same thing. That same motion across, and we're going to run the opposite direction. I like it. Now, you see Pat Freiermuth not moving. The ball is snapped. Freiermuth is a second late. He's playing all the way outside. Sometimes that happens. But let's play it a little bit. Like the block there. Like the block there, but here's my thing. There's too many times in this football game, nobody blocks a middle linebacker. Well, who's going to block him if you don't, Zach Frazier? If you come all the way across over here, that you don't help shade here, and you go all the way across, somebody is supposed to block him. And we got a man sitting right in the hole. I'm going to guess that our tackle's coming here. Well, somebody's got to block him. And nobody does. Nobody blocks him. Hell, he runs into you. And that's Zach Frazier there, people. We love Zach, but and he's looking at him. You see that? He's looking at him right here. Now, granted, the three's not controlled and McCormick is on BS. I mean, you got a 3. Get up into him. But too many times McCormick allows on these stretch run plays the defender to make contact versus him. And he does it here again. Look at that hand. Look at his right hand. You're not blocking guys. Contact is made. His right hand's not attached. And look where his right hand goes. You're not blocking guys putting your hand here. That's just not going to work. The defensive tackles are too big for that. And again, he is being controlled. Now, he reaches them, but he's being controlled. But this is Zach Frazier, people. Because he's looking at 14. You see it? He's looking at him. And then he looks at him again, and then 14 just runs into him. And he never comes off. Well, if you're not going to come off and block him, what are we supposed to do here? And again, if he does come off and block him, now look, 92 may spill and make the play. But if you come off now, who knows? But you know what I do like? You know who I do like on this play? Our man Broderick Jones. Again, he's not worried about the backside. I'd love for that right foot to gain more ground because that right foot just kind of picks it up and puts it back down. So he doesn't gain any ground with that step. But look at him. Look at him track. And then he gets there and does something. But that's what I don't like. Now, yeah, the guy hits him in the face. I understand. But he's not turning Broderick's head. Yeah, maybe he is. My bad. Yeah, he is. I was going to say I don't like him turning around and looking for the ball, but the guy hits him directly in the face. Come on, B, stop nitpicking. But I like it. 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 Now, he doesn't finish because he's running. But Ciamalo's good on the backside of here. Again, he's got a one that he reaches pretty easily. The guy gets out the back door, but he doesn't allow him to get in on the play on the back door. He stays there. Now he grabs and pulls. He reaches and then grabs and pulls. And then see him take his hands back. No, I didn't grab him and pull him. And that's the definition of holding. But he reached him, but he lets him out the back door. So maybe I spoke too soon. Let him out the back door. But he grabbed and held. But this one is Frazier. He's looking right at the guy. I mean, Frazier is right here, and he is looking right at him. And then he just doesn't block him. He turns away. And who makes the play? That's who makes the play. So, blown assignments. Blown assignments will get you every single time, ladies and gentlemen. Like we can be mad about play calls all we want, but that's a blown assignment. That's not on Arthur Smith. Can't blame Arthur Smith. Zach Frazier was literally looking at the man he was supposed to block. He just didn't block him. So we get mad at Arthur Smith. I get mad at Arthur Smith. That's why it's important to look at the game tape, because that one's not on Arthur Smith, people. Let's go to the next play. All right, this is 3rd and 10, Pittsburgh 35. This is interception. This is a bad play by Rodgers. Okay. So dropping back. Now, first off, let's start off with the protection. Broderick, let's start with Broderick. Kicks. Doesn't punch. He doesn't punch. Now, the guy gives him his back, but look, he turns his shoulder, and he gets the edge on Broderick. Broderick has a weak outside hand. I mean, you got to punch. See, that's not punching. He just places his hand on him. You know, when I'm talking about punching, I'm talking about taking these hands right here and shooting them at the defender to shock them, to stop their initial charge. You have to do that. He doesn't here. He's in great position, but look at his hand. Look at that left hand. It's in great position. Just shoot it forward. Pop, pop, pop. He doesn't do that. Look what he raises it up and doesn't ever stop the guy's momentum. And then he opens up. He doesn't stop the guy's momentum. The guy arm unders him, and he gets leverage. And he gets around the corner, and then Broderick is way off balance and beat. That's my problem. Look, he's crossing over. Look at his feet. Look at his feet, ladies and gentlemen. He's crossing over. They never teach you to cross over. You can't block guys like that. Now he's straight up. He's crossing over. The guy has turned the corner on him, and he hits Aaron Rodgers. That's a bad rep by Broderick. We've been praising him, but we got to call it like it is. Simalu and Frazier, they handle the guy inside. It's basically a double team. I'd like to see Simalu punch, but he uses his inside. He doesn't let the guy get through because he knows he's got help there. McCormick is pretty weak with his inside hand here. And again, I'm tired of seeing Mason McCormick try to jump set out on guys. I know he's being taught that. He has to be. Because I'm tired of seeing him jumping out at these D tackles. Look at him jumping out. Instead of just sliding over, see where his feet initially start? Right here. He shouldn't be coming forward at all. If anything, little steps back, but maybe just slide over to get in front. It's not what he does. He comes forward. I mean, his first foot is fine. The second foot, why is it coming forward? It should be sliding straight across. Look at that left foot. Look at his left foot here. First foot, fine. Second foot, forward. No. Hands, look at him. Getting out wide. Instead of keeping them tight. Good position here. And now he's trying to hand fight. And see, Williams comes inside on him. And he's out of position. And why is he out of position? Because of this second foot sliding forward. And they look at tape at 2. I think we forget those guys that we play against are professionals too. They see tape. Oh, yeah, McCormick always brings that second foot, his inside foot up. I'm going to act like I'm going outside. I'm coming inside on him. And he's beat. And that's why he's beat. Second foot forward, then he slides. But when he comes inside, if he hasn't brought that foot forward and he just slides it across, he's in position. Now he's not, and he gets beat inside. Now, he does a good job of recovering, I will say that, because we've seen McCormick. You know what he usually does, people. You've seen him spin around. You've seen him, when he gets beat like this, you know what he does. Usually he just does a little ballerina. He does his butt block. He didn't do that today. Good for him, because usually he is a butt blocking fool. But he punches. You see him stun the guy right there? You guys, I'm sure you guys are like, why do you always say punch? Look at his left hand. He's beat. His position, he's beat. Williams coming inside, but look at that left hand shoot. Look at this left hand shoot. And it goes inside. Boom, and it stuns him. Yes. That is what we're looking for. Now, again, his feet are not in position. But he's there. Jaylen Warren was going to clean up if he had to, because he sees it. Oh, he's beat. But then Jaylen Warren's like, well, hold on. He's got him. Now, my problem is going back here. When he does shock him, you got to keep going. See, he shocks him, but his feet don't move. Brings that foot up, shocks him, both feet off the ground. See, he's trying to slide left, but the guy's already going back right. That's because he brought his foot up. He gets beat. But then here, he stops his feet. Like, you got to keep your feet moving, man. You got to keep going, and he lets him off the hook. Got to get that right hand inside. He never gets it in there. He gets it on his back, got to slide over. But I don't like the rep, but you know what I do like? He fought to give his quarterback enough time to throw the football. That's enough time to throw a football. Fautanu's got his hands full with Landry on the backside. Yeah, you see that punch? See that right-hand punch? You just got to shock guys. It's not that one hand is blocking them. You just got to do enough to shock them, to give yourself a chance. Those guys are way more athletic than you. You got to give yourself an opportunity. He's in good position. Boom. 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 Love it. Knocks his other hand down because he's trying to go arm under. He's trying not to get there. Boom. It's good position. He's running Landry around the wheel. It's a good job. I think Aaron Rodgers can step up here, though, people. By this time, Aaron Rodgers is starting to get frustrated with the offensive line, but I think Aaron Rodgers has the ability to step up in this pass set. I mean, Broderick is bad here. Let's not kid ourselves. He is. He's bad. But this is an NFL pocket. Everything's not going to be clean. You can step up here, but now he just throws the ball to nobody. I mean, Calvin Austin is not open on this play. Not only is Spillane standing right there and he throws it right to him, he's not open. I mean, even if he does catch it, which he isn't, the safety's going to put Calvin Austin in the hospital. Look at that. Like, even if this gets over his head, Let's just say it gets over Spillane's head. That means the ball is going to be caught right here. Calvin Austin's going to the hospital. Look at his safety. He's not even looking at the football. He's looking right at Calvin Austin. Like, I wish you would catch this ball. See? Look at his path. That is a hospital ball. Aaron Rodgers knows better than that. Now, I'm not saying there was anywhere else to throw the ball. I'm not saying that. But, again, help your lineman. Step up in the pocket. He can step up, manipulate it, step up and slide to his right, get rid of it to Jaylen Warren. Instead of just throwing that ridiculous pass. And I thought too many times Aaron Rodgers, and he just bailed out. He gets tired of getting hit in this football game, people. We saw it. He gets tired of it, and he's just throwing the ball, getting rid of it. It's just, I don't blame him. Look, I don't blame him. He was getting hit. I don't blame him, but he's got to do better. Speaking of got to do better, look at our main man, DK Metcalf here. You think George Pickens, I know this is shade at George Pickens. I know there's some George Pickens lovers out there. You think George Pickens has given this kind of effort on an interception? Just be honest with yourself. Think he's given that kind of effort? Look at DK. And DK makes the play here. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this from DK Metcalf before. We have. Look at him chasing him down. Like, nope. All right. So this one's 1st and 20. Remember, Steelers got a penalty, got backed up. And in this, I'm like, this is where I get pissed off at Arthur Smith. It's 1st and 20. Start working your way back, okay? There's plenty of defense. They're going to give you 5, 6, 7 yards on the first play. Just go steal a quick out route, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give yourself an opportunity to get it on third down. You know, start building yourself back up to getting in a third and manageable. But nope. What does Arthur Smith do? We're going to run the ball here. We're going to catch them off guard and just try to run the ball here. And I'm like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Now, maybe you could say Aaron Rodgers is changing the play because everybody's turning around looking. And it looks like he changed the play. So maybe we can't be all on Arthur Smith. I don't know. It could also be a dummy audible. But this is bad. First of all, let's start with our man McCormick. I mean, what are you doing? It's a one technique. Just stand up and block the guy. But remember what I told you earlier on what he was trying to do. He did it earlier in a play. He just dove on the ground. You'd like to see him. Well, when you get against better defensive tackles. Remember when I said that? Well, this happens to be one of those better defensive tackles. He dives on the ground, and he just steps right over top of him. Now, McCormick tries to leg whip him, which is illegal. Doesn't matter. This is just, let's just call it what it is. This is pussy football. Just block the guy, man. Just block the guy. You can block him. I mean, this play is designed to go inside. Like, just go block the guy. But instead, you do that, and he makes the play. That's just pathetic. And then look at Faetanu. It's like they talked. It's like him and McCormick had a conversation. Hey, let's play sissy football. Look at this weak throw. If you're going to throw on a guy, okay. Look at this. Look at that. What the hell is that by Faetanu? Hey, and the linebacker, just because, first of all, the linebacker isn't committed. He just comes up to the line of scrimmage. Like he's just there. But that's not throwing. You don't get even close to his body. Come on, man. That's just weak football. That's weak football. And look at them, both laying next to each other like they were in bed together. Look at that. They're both laying on the ground next to each other like they're laying in bed together. You ought to be ashamed of yourself blocking like that. That's pathetic. And then McCormick don't even get up. I mean, look at him. Get your ass up. Yeah, pound the ground because you know better. You know better with that pussy football, man. Get it together. Then you got a run blitz here. These two handle it perfect. Frazier, Siamalu, here to here. He comes through. They handle it. And then look at Broderick. You got to block somebody, Broderick. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what is that? I get it. You come down on the 3 technique. Why not just stay there and get movement? Why not just stay there and help Siamalu out? But I'm going to guess the play doesn't say, hey, I'm going to turn around and look. I'm going to guess that wasn't his assignment. And I don't want to hear the people, well, he slanted. No, that's not what happens here. It's a blitz. Okay? And this backer is trying to run through this gap right here. Frazier just cuts him off. Siamalu cuts him off. It's a mesh. Just stay here and mash this 3 technique, man. Just stay there. But there, in no world does it say, okay, I'm going to give a hand. I'm going to look for somebody coming on the backside, and then I'm going to turn and look to see what happened on the play, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do that. There is no play that says that. Even if he is looking for somebody on the backside, go hit him. Go do something. Don't just stand, turn around. You see him. You see him put his hands up like, huh? Look at him. You see him turn around. He's like, hey, who am I supposed to block? What am I supposed to do? What? I promise you, people, we don't pick on them. This is on film. That's on film. Like, that's literally on film. What do you want us to say about a play that the Pittsburgh Steelers are running from their 10-yard line and their left tackle is blocking nobody, turns around and says, oh, what do I do? It's terrible. Hey, Roman Wilson sighting. Roman Wilson sighting. Lord. You think I call Broderick Jones a bust? I don't even know what the word is for Roman Wilson at this point. Lord have mercy. Let's go to the next play. Starting to get bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to get bad. Actually, it's already been bad. It's been bad. This is 1st and 10. We're at the 43-yard line. This is after another one of the turnovers that we got, one of the 5 that we got on the day. I'm thinking here, okay, we're at our 43-yard line. Let's take a shot. You know what I'm saying? Shock play. It's a turnover on downs. I'm thinking Steelers are going to take a chance. Again, this is where I am pissed at Arthur Smith. It's like, let's take a shot here, man. Let's do something. Let's do something. We got to do something to figure this out. Be aggressive. Let's be aggressive. Nope. Not what we're going to do. We're going to shift the formation with Darnell Washington. We're going to move him over. We got people calling out. We got people walking down into the box. Rodgers sees it. I think it's a dummy audible. The guys are just pointing because this is the play. There's no way in the world that Rodgers is checking to a run play. They run it again. The same motion across. And let's start with our man Broderick. I promise you I'm not picking on him. This is a football play. He gets out here. First step, love it. Don't like his hands. Like, why is he running his hands all crazy? But okay, whatever. First step. But that's the whole thing. He goes out here and steps, but look where his arm, why is his arm all the way up there? It doesn't need to be all the way up there. But okay, fine. Get it back in position. It's right there. Now shoot it. Nope. Instead, he bends at the waist, throws his head in there, and whiff. Now, this is outside zone. And you see the track of Gainwell. Now, I don't want to put all of this on Broderick, because here's the track. I don't want to put all of this on Broderick because, again, when it's outside zone, you got areas to block. Outside zone, I'm blocking here, 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 here. This is what your assignment is. Okay? So at the snap, he's out there. But see, this is where my problem comes in. The defensive end, again, as we mentioned before, he's not slanting inside. He immediately would slant inside if that's what he's doing. He's not. He's just like, oh, you're trying to reach block me? I can slide inside of you and beat you inside. And that's what happens. Because see, Amala looks right there at the snap. He's like, nope, nobody coming inside. I can go up. The defensive end, you see him, he's like, nope, I can just slide inside of Broderick and go make the play. So you could say, and there's going to be some people that say, well, on his own block, Siamalu's got to block him, but this guy just slides inside. His responsibility is outside contained, but he's like, hey, we can beat Broderick. He's not going to block us. Like, Broderick barely touches him. How the hell is that possible? But again, he ducks his head. He ducks his head and doesn't touch him. Siamalu, look, you could say that he should block that gap, but he's already committed. Look at him. He's up. He's already committed to go outside. Broderick has to at least put a hand on the guy. Even if Siamalu's wrong, Broderick has to at least touch him. He just lets him go. And you know he's wrong because he turns around. He turns around. And he's like, what? Oh. And he knows it. Going back to it, Zach Frazier has got a one technique. He reaches him. McCormick comes up on the linebacker. He grabs him. Like to see him not grab the guy, but he's there. He hits him. Faitano on the backside is exactly what they teach you. He's got a 3 technique. Hey, by any means necessary to reach the guy. And he does. By any means necessary. Again, Faitano would have an easier time if he gets some movement with this foot, but watch it. It doesn't. It goes back. Basically picks it up and puts it back in the same spot. He gains 0. He steps with the right foot, but he doesn't actually step. So when those guys are moving, he isn't. Like, he's just leaning, and his body hasn't gone anywhere yet. And that guy is already going. Now, because he's good and he's technically sound, he gets over there, reaches that arm. I like it. Darnell comes backside, gets his back, but yeah, this one is Broderick Jones, people. Look, I get it. It's outside zone, but you have to block this guy. Again, this guy is not slanting immediately across his face. That is not what's happening here. He's not slanting inside. He's like, I'm going to stand up. Oh, you're trying to reach me? Boom. I'll go inside and redirect because you can't block me. We've watched you on tape. You don't block any counter to your inside. You can't do anything. And you know it because, like I said, he turns around immediately. Siamalu, either one of them, I think it's more Broderick than anybody, though. I think it's more Broderick than anybody. The end just says, I got you. Let me redirect here. And goes and makes the play. Ugh. Again, another one that could get outside, and we got room. Again, I blame Arthur Smith for not being aggressive, but if it's blocked properly, it's there, people. It's there. Let's go to the next one. All right, 2nd and 10, Pittsburgh 35. Steelers look to be in 12 personnel. Let's go. Again, outside zone. All right. Here's the track. You see the track. Rodgers is going to get out there. Looks good initially. Looks good. Freiermuth not going to reach the guy. He gets help from Faetanu. Let's see what Faetanu, if he steps and gains. Because, I mean, look, Muth probably doesn't. Muth gets off the ball late, number one. Yeah, you got to start gaining ground with that foot. Just picking it up and putting it down, you're not gaining any ground. Muth, the same thing. Just pick it up and put it down. You're not gaining ground. See, when he starts moving his body, this leg should be over here. It should move. So, but it doesn't. But they get their man. That's okay. And Faetanu's coming off. Yes, sir. You see our man McCormick. He's got a 3 technique. Frazier goes over to him, his outside zone. They get a double. Look at it. Look at it. See what I talk about all the time. When Frazier comes over, this is a wide double team, but we're scoop blocking. We're scoop blocking up to him. Look at Frazier's step. Not Frazier, but McCormick's step. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed. Got to gain ground. He gained some ground. It doesn't have to be a ton, but you got to gain some. I don't like that his second foot is right there because he can get off balance, but he's moving. And Zach Frazier is on his horse, ladies and gentlemen. He is on his horse. Look at Siumalu on the backside. Siumalu's got a 1 shade, a 1 technique. Again, look at that right foot. Look at this right foot. Gains ground. Gains ground. So much easier. He's square, and he blocks him. But McCormick, they scoop up. But our man Broderick on the backside. Come on, man. Come on, man. His path is horrendous here. Again, we saw it before, and maybe he's influenced by it. First of all, why is his stance so high? Look at everybody else. And his stance is so high at the snap. Like, the first thing you have to do to move is bend your damn knees. But he doesn't come off in a narrow enough path. And all he has to do is push the block. And that's come on. Look at this. He's there, though. That's the thing. Look at him. His path is terrible. His path should be right here. And he comes up here. Okay, fine. But then he gets there and he does nothing. Oh my God, look at this. Like, what are you doing? He does nothing. He gets there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is there in an outside run game. Just push him by. Just push him by. He does nothing. Look at his left hand. His left hand and his right hand, that is perfect. Perfect. All he has to do is just push this guy past. Just put your hands on him and push him. Just push him. And he doesn't do it. He just lets him go. He just lets him go. This is, I mean, literally, I don't know what you want me to say about this. I mean, we get the good scoop block. Look at the linebacker, McCormick Frazier. They stay on it. The linebacker comes to him. He gets blocked. I mean, this ends up a 2-yard gain. It could be an 8-yard gain because, again, I'm going to take my chances. Look at this cutback lane. Everybody does their job. We get it here. We get it there. We really get it there. We get it here. Faitanu comes off. There's the cutback. If all he does is push him by, give me Jalen Warren in this backside one-on-one. Give me that. It's at least a 5-yard gain. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain. And now you want to get in and push. It's so frustrating. Again, you want to be mad at Arthur Smith for bad play calling. This ain't bad play calling. It's just bad execution. Like, this play is here, ladies and gentlemen. This play is here. That is there. And that's the proper read by the running back. The cutback lane is there. Broderick Jones got to block somebody. Jeez Louise. So frustrating, people. So frustrating. All right. So now the Steelers are cooking. This is on the final drive here. The Steelers are cooking. 2nd and 2, Pittsburgh 46. This is, again, where the offensive line has said, nope, we got to make something happen. We got to make something happen. So I'm going to start out. This wasn't a great game for our main man, McCormick, but look at McCormick here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I hate that he won't combo block. I hate that he refuses to combo block. Please get movement. Please get movement. You just left your tackle out to dry. I mean, just puts his hand on top of his shoulder. But look at him come off on the backer. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And Faitanu does yeoman's work because, again, he's expecting a double team. And he doesn't get it. He's like, well, damn. Yeah, I like McCormick's aggression. But that is about as poor of a double team as possible. And I know some people are going to say, oh, you're not supposed to double team. Yes, you are. Yes, they are. This is a combo block to him. This is their responsibility. But you got to get movement there first. Got to do it. But Faitanu does some yeoman work here. That's a good job by him. That's a real good job by him. You get Darnell Washington over on this side. You get him and Jonnu, and they come off here. That's a good job by them. I like the job by them. Come off, get up at, Darnell Washington just swallows that pause, just engulfs that safety. Frazier, backside with Siamalu. Again, even though Frazier doesn't come off with a great double team, the D tackle kind of takes himself out of the play, but Frazier stays with it. See, look at his first 2 steps. At left foot, he's staying there, but he stays square because he's like, what are you going to do, linebacker? Oh, you're going to come down? Well, now I'm going to wall you off. So I like it. This is a good play. This is good by Faitanu right here. Faitanu and McCormick and Washington. I like the aggression here. 6-yard gain and almost gets out. Almost gets out. But it's a first down. Steelers were cooking. Like I said, final drive. The first 2 drives and the final drive, the O-line played good. Let's go to the next play. This one, offensive line is extremely physical here, ladies and gentlemen. Got a tight split by DK Metcalf. He goes in motion. We're in the shotgun. Their secondary's looking around. Faitanu points out possible blitzer. He doesn't necessarily come, but he's there. Zach Frazier got to get in front. Does enough here because this is inside the run. We are running inside. Zach Frazier does enough. It's not great. It's not great, but it's enough. It's enough. Siamalu, linebackers blitzing, coming downhill. He sees it, picks him up. Said, nope, not on my watch. Even Broderick. Because Broderick, hey, they're expecting, because what normally would happen is you get a double team to this backer. Well, when this backer goes immediately, Broderick's going to be by himself. And he does a good job. He goes over. Now he leans and gets out of position because he ducks his head. But this is what I said about Broderick. He's so big and athletic that if he just gives effort, he can block guys. Because this technique is about as poor as it gets. See, he lowers his head. He's way off balance. First of all, if he thought he was double teaming here, I don't know why you would cross your feet and bring your feet together like that. You're not going to do that. But he's way off balance because he ducks his head. But his hand is inside. You see that hand? It's inside. And you can do a lot and recover when your hands are inside. And he does. I'm going to give him credit. It's sloppy, pathetic technique, but because he actually gives effort, it works. So that's our main problem. We just saw 2 plays ago where Broderick gave 0 effort. Here's a play where he gives effort. His man gets blocked. So, and it's not just some bum that he's blocking either. It's Milton Williams. So he's playing football. Give him credit. Give him credit. I just like the aggression by the offensive line here. McCormick gets on his guy. Now, again, McCormick is blocking his guy, but what are you going to do? When the defender gets in the way, Siamalu blows that linebacker all the way across the line of scrimmage into him. What are you supposed to do? I mean, McCormick's there. I don't like that hand placement. I'd like him to be a little more aggressive and go attack, but there's the thing. Look at the hand. He's going to block the linebacker. The linebacker shoots at his chest, and he wraps. Come on, Pat Meyer. Please teach these guys to just punch. Just teach them to punch. Just teach them to punch. But, yeah, Siamalu blocks him into McCormick. What is he supposed to do there? I mean, he can't do anything. This is a nice gain. It's a 5-yard gain. I mean, again, and look, this play, Frazier, Siamalu, and Broderick Jones make this one happen. And if our problem is that Mason McCormick can't block his guy because Siamalu's blocked a guy 5 yards across the line of scrimmage into him, well, we just got to live with that. We're going to have to live with that. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Steelers are cooking right here, people. They're cooking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching the All-22 breakdown. Like I said, there was some good. It started off good, had a lot of bad in the middle, and then it ended good. You know, and the play after this, in case you were wondering, was a touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers to Calvin Austin. So the Steelers were playing some good football at the beginning and at the end. This offensive line's got to get better. It's got to get better. But it's a work in progress. We'll see what happens next week. So I appreciate you guys. Remember to like, follow, subscribe. Continue to get in that comment section and always hit the notification bell so you know exactly when Steelers Almighty content comes out. We appreciate you. Thank you, and aloha.